So I was going through Steam, trying to find some more interesting demos to play, as one does, and I found this little gem that sounds very promising. Metal Hunter, which, as the description says, is an imitation of a JRPG with a dual system of humans and tanks. As I was looking through the Steam forums, it was very clear that this is a fun project of someone who really enjoyed Metal Max on the Super Nintendo. And I don't know a lot about that game. It's on my to play list, but there's just so many other games on my backlog that I just haven't gotten around to it yet. But look into those screenshots, the sprites were so good, like look at those small tanks and the over in the battle screen, all of those details, in the background and the enemies, the tank, and then of course this massive sort of like tentacle tank monster. It looks to me like a very good, a top tier GBA game. Excuse me, not GTA, GBA game. And I just had to try it, especially going down here into the about this demo section and how the developer thought how they started it all the way back in 2012 and abandoned it. So please do not have too high expectations for this work. Always kind of fun to see that. And yeah, how they don't plan to use it for commercial purposes, which of course heavily implies once it releases it will be free. And yeah, everything about this page reminds me a lot of like early 2000s internet, before everything became monetized, before people tried to just go viral at all costs, before, in the age of like flash games and hobbies that people didn't try to just earn any money from. And everything around it just makes me want to try it. And then, of course, there's this 98% very positive rating on Steam, which, of course, it's just, and I say that with air quote, just 63 people reviews. But again, everything about this sounds like it's gonna be great. Like, not great in a AAA sense of like epic and very well polished, but even if it can, it's gonna be good jank, like it's gonna have some kind of soul behind it, which I'm all about. So anyway, you might be asking why I decided to start the video by going through the Steam page and of course talking about the game like that instead of just going straight to gameplay. And there's a very good reason, which is again, it is an amateur project, it is unpolished, it is unfinished, it is janky as hell. And the jank starts by the time you press the play button, as you're going to see. First of all, it starts up at an windowed mode, in a very small window, in fact. And you're not going to notice that because I'm going to edit it. But the music here is very loud. You can see on my speaker volume, I am down to 2% volume and I can still hear it perfect. So in order to not blow out anybody's ears, I'm going to lower the volume before uploading this video. But if you decide to try out this game, just be aware it's gonna be loud, alright? Just mute your speakers before trying it, because otherwise you might go deaf or something. And then the second thing you are going to notice, it's all in Chinese, right? As you can see. So of course we have to change those options, but you can't just go into the settings menu, because if you try the arrow keys, they don't work. If you try, you've got to instead use W, A, S, and D, which is sort of an odd decision, to be honest. And then to select, you don't use enter, you don't use space, you don't use Ctrl or Shift or Z or X. You have to use the A letter, like this. As you can see, here it is. And of course, you've got to find the language options, here it is, and just select English instead, much better. But then that's only one of the things you have to change in order to make this game actually playable to a Western audience. Because for some reason, I don't know why, the game is set by default to a 1152 by 648 resolution, which I have no idea where did that come from, why did the developer decide on that. But of course that's way too small, right? So you can just do this to double it and then do it again to get a full screen, which is not quite full screen, but we're gonna get to that later. Because before we move on, we also have to change the e-bindings. As you can see, it has all of the keyboard is ready, but I want to play with a joypad because my keyboard is actually very loud. So let's turn it on. But of course, it doesn't work by default because, as you can see, there's no bindings here, right? So just like old school like emulators, the first thing you have to do is configure every single joypad E to make it work like you want. So first of all, keypad up and to the left and down, and of course to the right. Then to confirm, of course, we use square, and cell is X. And then we have some options here which I'm not quite sure what they do. So let's just do, I guess, save is probably good on start. Navigate sounds like a map, so what if I put it on select? And then the others, I don't know. Detect sounds like something that might fit oh, wrong ear. Something that might fit triangle, so let's do this. Drive, what about circle? Yeah, I don't know. L2? 2. I mean, R2 and then L2 and then resource, I don't know, L1. Of course, I can always go back here and change them if I find they are inconvenient or not very well done. So instead, let's just go back and actually start the game. Now, I only did a little bit of the starting area just to get a feel for the game. And what a feel it is, right? I mean, first of all, the person's name is not translated, right? That's the first part. And second, as you can see, it is English in its best, you know, like old school, badly translated English, and I'm all up for it. I love that sort of stuff. So, what? Hunter? You've decided to become a hunter? If you say no, really? Don't joke around like that. Although life will be tough in this way, Hunter will still live a peaceful life with her sister from now on. It just feels like very unnatural in the way it's written, but at the same time, it's just the kind of feel that you know, 90s JRPGs bring. So I love that. And just like that, Hunter ended its life, which does not sound ominous at all, right? Like, oh no, he didn't have a peaceful life, he peacefully ended his life. That just sounds terrible. But yeah, we start again. So let's just say yes. If you're not careful, you would die. Even so, do you still want to become a hunter? Yes. Alright, since this is the dream that Hunter insists on, then sister won't stop you anymore. But you have to promise, sister. Please don't die, okay? Yeah, sure. Then go to sleep quickly. Starting from tomorrow, Hunter will be a man of integrity and backbone. I love that. It's so nostalgic. And then here we go. We finally have control, and there are hidden items everywhere. Except here, I guess. But here, I remember, yep, there's one cell. So, Hunter, you're about to set off, right? Be extremely careful and definitely don't die, okay? And that guy has no name, but he says, Id, remember to go to the weapon shop next door first to buy some weapons and equipment. You brought the money prepared yesterday, right? I guess so, 50 gold I have. Do you have something to tell me? Remember that you can save the game at any time in the menu. Farewell, Hunter. Alright. You come back often when I have the time, Id. Alright. There's a potion here and a wanted poster for the most awesome wolf ever. The Shadow Wolf that has like some sort of cannon on his back. And I have more information about the Shadow Wolf. As you can see, it's in the suspension, after the suspension bridge in the north, inside some kind of cave. It seems to be guarding something. And if I try to get more information, the Hunter Center tells me that I can only deal with him using a tank, but there's no way to get a tank over there because there's a rapid suspension bridge in the way. Right. Anyway, as you can see, the game is in full screen, but it's not actually full screen, right? It's 16:9 rather than ultrawide. And we're going to solve that in just a moment after seeing that that was just the war chariot of the world's strongest hunter, the sun god. He went off alone towards the bottomless abyss in the west, a dangerous area that not just any hunter can venture into. And so, let me just save and show you how can we solve this issue with the 16:9 display, right? So we have to quit the game, back to the Steam page, and as you can see, I have this note right here called Unity, because this game is made in Unity. And as we know about Unity engine, there's this very useful launch command that you can just copy and paste into the game properties. It is screen width, screen height, and screen full screen. Of course, width and height, that's my resolution, 3440 by 1440. And then screen full screen 1 allows me to force the game to go full screen on that resolution, right? If you don't put that, sometimes it defaults to windowed mode, so you end up with like the top bar here, just wasting space. You know how it is. So by putting that command here, I can play the game again. And when I load the game, there we go. Ta-da! It's actually in beautiful, awesome, glorious ultrawide. So versatile, right? And as far as I can tell, it doesn't actually break anything, so that's awesome. Anyway, our objective was to go to the weapon shop, so let's just do that. Yep, there we go. It feels like this game just wants you to steal everything from everyone, right? You have a steel pipe, a BB gun, a crossbow, a shotgun, and some armor and accessories. Alright, so I don't know how hard this game is. That's as far as I got when I was testing it out. And hitting people hurts. Yes, in fact, hitting people does hurt. So I don't know if I should just spend all my money on a crossbow or maybe be more careful and, you know, buy some armor as well. Some old school games, like I remember playing the original Megami Tensei, not buying the armor early on is just suicide, you know, it just stops you from progressing very quickly because the monsters just hit so hard. Or I would just, you know, go all arrow and buy crossbow instead. You know what? I don't know. Well, it's an amateur project. It might not be balanced at all. So yeah, sure. Let me get the BB gun. And apparently by doing so, I just unlock it. Yep, I can't buy anymore. And yeah, let me just spend the rest of my money on armor. This recycle option. Oh, I see. I can sell stuff. But I don't have a lot to sell, so yeah. The materials obtained by eliminating monsters and also be sold to me from... Yeah, it's the recycling system, I guess. So let's just equip my BB gun. Also, I seem to have like a primary and secondary weapon. And then, of course, there's the melee weapon as well. So yeah, let's just have it as both primary and secondary because why not? With my armor as well. There seems to be a bunch of different stats like defense, resistance, evasion, hit chance, and critical chance. It's interesting to note that the numbers here are actually very low, right? I mean, I had 2 defense. Now I have this sail off, which gives me 3. So yeah, very low stats. I like it. I don't really enjoy number inflation, stat inflation, I guess. So anyway, let's see. What do you have to tell me? Although this place is a desolate border village, the surrounding monsters are relatively weak. Good to know. One stick grenade, good. Nothing here. What about inside this garage? Only those who own their own combat vehicles can be out through. Oh, go screw yourself, this bastard. I guess this is how I heal my tank. I don't have it though. Can't use this. And use this? Yes. So I can buy items from the vending machine. Those look like grenades. Those look like Molotovs. And I guess those are healing items. How about you? If you have any problems with your tank, you can come to me to help you fix it. Okay. How about down here? I guess this is some sort of garage. No. Right, so that's going to be useful once I actually have a tank. How about the bar? Right, I can buy water, orange juice, or beer, but I don't have... Yeah, I can't afford anything other than water, so... but I see that I can't drink anymore, so let's forget it. Alright, I guess I can't. You little rascal, you want to be a hunter too? Let me tell you a secret, kid. Having a drink once in a while can be good for your health. Alright, can I interact with the plant? No, I interact with the jukebox. It's broken. Shadow wolf, yep, the oldest wolf. Nothing. If I talk to you here, yeah, you are only suitable for drinking when you grow up. So I wonder if my character is actually underage. That's usually how this sort of thing goes, right? Just like a teenager saving the world. Can't interact with those barriers, but I can get, yep, a bunch of money and a health potion. Very good. What about here? There's a strange machine underneath. It is said that it can transport people to faraway places. Anyway, I haven't succeeded in trying it. Right? Let me just steal your stuff first. Yep, that is a strange machine, alright. Can I do something? There we go. Shall we activate the super space teleportation device? Yes. Bring me to Mars! Nope, there's only the border village. I guess I have to activate every single one as I get to like other towns and stuff. Anyway, further ahead is a bottomless abyss. Young people, don't be disheartened. Alright, I won't. It will be very dangerous if we go further. It's not the right time yet. Alright, I guess. Game is telling me no. But if I alt-tab back into the Steam store page, it is the abyss. So I wonder if that abyss is actually this. Because this looks very abyss-like, doesn't it? So it would be kinda funny if that was the end game right there. You know, just travel the world, find a party, find vehicles, just become really strong, and then just get back here to fight the final boss. I like it when JRPGs do that. Oh, actually, I shouldn't leave just yet. I got some extra money, so I should probably buy something else here. I have 33, so yeah, let me buy myself some shoes. And you know what, since it's on a different slot, I may as well buy the pipe. Maybe there's a melee system that's interesting. And yeah, let me just buy those accessories as well. One complaint I have about this game is why doesn't it show me the item stats before I buy it, you know? There's more than enough space in the screen, so why not? Right? So yeah, let me get myself some shoes and let's see. Evasion, hit chance, or resistance. Since I don't really know what resistance does, I guess evasion is better. And of course the steel pipe. Here we go. Yeah, I guess now I'm ready to go out and see what I can find. They're talking about a suspension bridge to the north, right? So I wonder. Yep, there it is. Also, I guess I'm gonna have to put a seizure warning in this video because holy hell, that felt bad. Also, did I get a free attack? Yep, there's the Ave right here. But before I get into the Ave, as you know, this is a JRPG. Oh, go to the Ave Dungar first. Never mind. This is a JRPG, which means I should always be on the lookout for like alternate paths and goodies. And this is not an alternate path. I guess I'm still in tutorial land, so it won't let me do anything other than the main objective. Yeah, it feels like I'm getting a free counter attack every time somebody attacks me. Yep, go to the Ave in the North first. Alright, let's go to the Ave in the North. But yeah, I attack him, then he attack. Yeah, that slime is always getting like a free attack. So I guess that's what happens. I guess if they shoot me, I don't react, but if they actually do a melee attack, then I get a free counter attack, right? I guess that's it. Alright, so let's go into the Ave, see what happens. Oh, you're a Batman ghost. I wonder if I can go around his back and maybe get an advantage. Oh, never mind, he turned. Right, that's a bunch of enemies. And they hurt. Maybe I should go back to town and get a stronger weapon before getting back here. Let me just check more of the displays. Are you a young novice hunter? Let me teach you some of the most basic hunting tips. If a green aiming signal appears above your head, adopt a defensive tactic. If a red critical strike signal appears above your head, adopt an evasive tactic. That's very good to know, of course. So green defense, red evade. I'm going to avoid those guys for now, since they seem to be static. I don't have a lot of HP left. I mean, I guess I could use an item, but I don't want to waste it. Alright, so I have to fight the guy over there. You know what? Let me go back to town, see if maybe I can heal myself. Maybe buy a stronger weapon. I remember there was the crossbow and the shotgun, right? So those are bound to be much better than the BB gun. So let's just get there real quick. I did get a bunch of monster parts that may be somewhat valuable, so yep, I have 18 spells. And I'm gonna say something, this selling menu is very bad, very inconvenient, you know. I should be able to have like a button just sell all. That would be much better. Oh, I can afford the shotgun, so let's buy the shotgun. And yeah, nothing else. But yeah, shotguns sound good. So let me equip it as my main weapon. There we go. Oh, 30 damage instead of 18 with 15 hit chance. So bringing me all the way up to 18. My hit chance is slightly lower, but I haven't missed yet, so... Anyway, I wonder if this hate is for hospital. Maybe it's for hunter, actually. Wait, would you like to rest at home for one night? Yes. Great, I will go to Ook in a while. Thank you. Free healing. Yeah. Also, this seems to have respawned. There's nothing. This seems to have respawned. So if you sweep, you actually get extra stuff. I mean, not everywhere, right here. Also, I'm seeing over in the corner of the screen, I forgot about this. Molotov cocktail, nice. But yeah, now that I have a shotgun, let's try going after those enemies again. Oh. Shotgun. Ooh, one hit kill. Very good. Again, shotgun. 49 damage. Yep, that's much better. Let me try fighting this guy then. You look different. But yep, that was very easy now with the shotgun. Again. Oh, you are also different. Holy hell, you hurt. 50 damage? I should go heal again. And I really have to avoid fighting those guys next time. That enemy hurts. I mean, 50 damage? That's way too much. I wonder if I can afford the crossbow now, though. Thing and crossbow. Yep. Yeah. Crossbow. I might wanna put it as like my secondary weapon, even if it's not as good. So let's see. Crossbow does 24 damage. It has a 93 hit chance, but no critical. Yeah, that's good. So if I have an enemy that's hard to hit, I should just switch to the crossbow. That sounds good. Alright. Third time's the charm. Let's go. Don't stop for nothing. Now that I have a shotgun and a crossbow. Let me turn the crossbow. Wasn't enough to kill that barrel. That's annoying. Also, I seem to be on fire right now. You know what? Let me avoid those guys and try to go straight for the one that's blocking my way. Because otherwise, I'm just gonna have to go back to town. Alright, that's easy enough. Oh, that's a lot of damage. I mean, they missed most of it, but imagine if they hit every single one of those shots. Like that. At 20 damage each, that's way too much. What the hell? A second wave? And that guy, oh, I wonder. Yeah, let me try the grenade, see what happens. That was better. So back to shotgun. That's dangerous. Alright, kill me. Defense, because the ring crosshair symbol, which I guess means they are going to hit every single one of their shots, no matter what. And that's why I should defend myself instead of evade. Oh my god, I'm down to 18 damage. Yo. There we level up. Bunch of stats. And there's more enemies here. Opponent. Pineapple grenade. Very good. So you're much easier. And oh, there's a second wave. Alright, I have a grenade. Time to use it. Flash damage. That's good. Wonder if I can kill him in this shot. Yeah, let's try it. Oh no. No. But number 50. We're about to prepare to on the super temporal regression experiment, meow. Parameter set. Start the program, meow. Why do we have a catgirl? Is she reviving me? Yep. It looks like a great success, meow. She even has like the little cat bell fogger in here. And then she just leaves, of course. But Where the heck am I? Now we activate the super space teleportation device, yes? And go back to the border village. And nope. I missed my chance to explore that place, but yeah, it doesn't seem like I lost anything. I have my money, I have my materials, I have my equipment. Huh. So I guess there's no fail state to this game. It'll just respawn back at whatever that place was. Should I buy some grenades? I think I will. Yep, let me buy just 4 grenades. It's probably enough. And I guess that's some sort of like bonus minigame. Nice. Free healing. Right, that's enough. Let me sell my monster parts. Which I'm gonna say I like it when games do that. I said it in the Trails review that I published like a couple weeks ago. I really like it when there's this sort of like layer of abstraction between healing a monster and earning money from it, you know? Because it just feels so weird having random fauna just dropping gold left, right, and center, you know? But at the same time, of course, you want to reward the player, and the player needs resources to keep going. So having this system where the monsters drop parts and then you've got to actually sell those parts to earn money. Yeah, some people might say it's inconvenient, right? It's what's the buzzword of the season? It's friction, right? It makes the game more friction. But at the same time, it makes it feel like less of a game and more like an actual world, you know? So I really enjoy that. Hello. I have 4 grenades, so here's one. I feel tempted to use my grenades again, but I should probably save it. Let's not forget there's actually a shadow wolf somewhere in this cave. And he has a massive cannon on his back, so I have a feeling that it's not going to be a very easy fight. Haha, he missed everything. There we go. Right, you guys are easy. And yeah, I get a free counter attack every time somebody attacks me in melee, I guess. I missed it. Oh no. God damn it. Do it again. At least it should be easy enough to heal you guys now. Yep. Give up. Very good. Oh. Where's the Shadow Wolf? They did tell me I need a tank to fight him. There's what about this side path? Maybe there's something interesting. Oh, I see. Right there. That looks like a tank. Yep, there's a tank. Pray, avoid. Alright, so how do I get in the tank? Maybe it's this drive option here. That what? Yep. Oh, they on, they off it. Yep. If I go here, yep, there we go. easy. So let's fight. Imagine taking that enemy on without a tank. Alright. So I have a main gun, a T-gun, which I guess is turret gun, SE. I have no idea what that does. Tactics, suppressive fire, nice. Shells, I guess I have different types of shells to use in the main gun. Items, of course. Drive. Oh, that's interesting. I can swap between the vehicle and the person at will. That's good. But yeah, for now, let's just use the main gun, shall we? It seems to be limited in ammunition, but oh my god, we're just terrible. Again. Oh, 200. That's a lot. Also, I have no idea what that's supposed to mean. It's not red, nor is it green, so I don't know. Missed again. And he sucked. Alright, that's good. 74, yeah, that hurts a lot more. If he just keeps doing this special move, it's going to be much better for me. There we go. And he's dead. And I am... Oh, I see, it's a cutscene. Alright, so I don't know like any Chinese, but I do know some Japanese. And if it's the same symbols, then it seems like that guy's name is literally something like the Black and Gold Hunter, which is a fairly apt description, I guess. Jigo, I originally wanted to earn some pocket money, but it seems that someone has beaten me to it? Question mark? It seems that you sneaked around to the back and got rid of this puppy, right? You're so smart. I can see you've got great prospects, kid. In the future, you'll surely become a delicious and tasty metal hunter. Aha. Is he being sarcastic? Somehow. I guess so. So, yeah, I guess now I have to leave the cave. And fight you. Damn it. Those tiles blocked me from going there with the tank, I guess. Yeah. Not allowed. Alright, fine, I'll go around. The guy that gave me the hint is gone. Maybe he's a friend of the Black and Gold Hunter. Alright, so they were talking about how you can't get a tank past the suspension bridge, right? As it's rappy. And indeed I can't, so maybe there's an alternate route by going around. Let me try it out. Yep, the bridge is out here. Also, I can't seem to go through those trees. Yeah, let me try something. If I do this. Alright, so if I'm on foot, I can walk through those, but if I am in a car, yep, that doesn't work. I can see how that might become relevant later. Alright, so I don't want to use my main gun in fighting those guys. It seems like I have limited main gun ammo, but unlimited machine gun ammo. So yeah, let's just use machine gun, shall we? Oh, the machine gun is just awesome. Did you see that? It just murdered both of them. Yep, there we go. I have a car. Right, let me get some healing. Also, I wonder if I can claim his bounty. Yep. You are quite formidable. Here you are. This is your reward. Right, so now I have another 1,000. Wait, hold on. That's interesting. A neat little detail, like, hey, this poster is outdated with authing already, so yeah. Yes, I want to rest. There we go. And yep, respawning items, very good. So if I go here, I should be able to replenish my ammo, right? Yep. 100 GP. Sure. I'm swimming in money right now, so... Alright, I guess there's nothing else for me to do here. Let me just try something. Nope, it's not the right time yet. So if I can't go up because the cave is done, can't go down because the mountains block me, can't go east because of course the bridge is out, let me try and just follow the road a little bit, the one that goes over to the east. I mean, I'm sure if there's a set on town, which I'm sure there is, it's gonna be after the... It's going to be around, along the road, right? It has to be. Wouldn't make sense otherwise. So let's just obliterate those trash enemies. As look at this, it's just insta kill. And yeah, let's follow the road, or what's left of it, I guess, and see if maybe I can find another town. Oh, the biome seems to be changing. Becoming less of a desolate wasteland and becoming more like a desolate desert. Oh, there we go. There's the town I wanted. Oh, there's a cutscene. I've heard some news. It seems that the strongest hunter has gone to the desert in the north. Hold on. Isn't the strongest hunter the sun god? The guy who went to the west? But I heard that the deserts in the north are very dangerous. Should we really chase after them? Oh, I just noticed something. Yeah, so anyway. Yes, with our earned strength, we may still not be able to challenge the desert in the north. Right, so, hold on. They are talking about doing something that's probably very foolish and dangerous. Then, the pink-haired lady, she has a proper name, and then the symbols for those two guys, it seems like, I mean, again, this is Chinese, it's not Japanese, but it should probably translate to something like friend A and friend B, so they don't actually have names. Which makes me think that those three, A, are going to be relevant to the story, and B, the extras are probably going to die, allowing that pink-haired girl to just join my party at some point. So anyway, let's give it a try first. If something goes wrong, we'll retreat immediately and use the navigation dog system. Alright, to get out of the desert. Okay. Oh, that's right. It's just right to try out the navigation dog system we just bought. Then let's give it a try. Alright, get in the R and let's go. And those tiny R's. There's just one thing that's weird about the sprite work in this game. Oh, bullhard guy. Where's he going? I don't know. Anyway, there's just one thing that's weird about the sprite work in this game, and it's just this air. Like, this vehicle is smaller than that guy. Right? If I leave the vehicle, my guy is actually bigger than the Jeep. It's like a miniature lawn or something. Also, this is another hunter's chariot, and again, and I wonder if I can... Nope, and steal them. Too bad. Alright, let's go here. Yep, this guy allows me to save and load, which is kinda weird considering I can do it anywhere. Wanted the Black Gold Hunter. I knew that was his name. And over here is the Ghost Major. Alright. Oh, that looks like a Panzerfaust. Very useful. So, the weapons and equipment purchased in the store can be equipped for everyone in the team at the same time. But the store does not recycle the weapons and equipment you own, so you need to consider how to allocate your limited funds. So yeah, you just unlock everything. I'm also planning to go and fight against the Wraith Major. Wait, wasn't he the Ghost Major? Is that a different person, maybe? But it seems that I have to fight on foot. This is not a joke. Yep, that sounds informative. Yep, it's the Ghost Major, not the Wraith Major. Yeah, look at this. It's the Ghost Major. In the old arsenal to the east, there are only skeleton soldiers that have turned into undead monsters. This is their leader. It is said that its pistol can fire extremely deadly bullets. So you must pay attention to something. So his bullets are somehow deadlier than everybody else's. Well, I guess he has a big gun or something. So what else? What else do we have here? Two garages and the gun store. This has a sign that makes it sound like I can buy equipment for my tank, so let me just do it. Yep, there we go. Machine gun, flamethrower, AT missile, bigger flamethrower, onboard computer, I guess, and engine. But before we start that, let me just sell everything that I can, see how much money I actually have. It's set for this ore. I mean, it's purple instead of blue, and it's separated down here. So I probably shouldn't mess with it. So let me just save real quick. There we go. So what should I buy? Since the game doesn't tell me the stats, what I should do is just buy something. Try to equip it. The tank interface seems to be a bit weird. Yep, it's all equipped. Alright, so this engine is slightly better than mine. It increases my resistance and my MSP. I have no idea what that means. I'm stuck in the menu. Oh no. Right, so I guess I have to. Yep, that's just stuck. I have no idea why. Wait. Oh no, it really is stuck. Alright, so again, it's MSP, that means my health. Right, that's interesting. Anyway, again, this is an amateur work from a sole developer, so yeah, some junk is to be expected. Let me try leaving to the title menu. Yep, that doesn't work. Right, fine. Let me quit the game altogether and start it again. I mean, I was planning on loading the game anyway because I don't actually want to spend all my money for 100 more health. That's something that's better that I should get later. Right now, I think I should actually use buy the machine gun hopefully the game isn't going to break again. Yep, the machine gun does 25% more damage from 40 to 50. That's, even though I'm losing a little bit of hit chance, that's a big deal. And this time it didn't actually break, so hey. Anyway, hi. What's this? Please keep going and welcome to again next time. I guess it's a way of upgrading my tank. Is this tank going to be modified? Yes. 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 Oh no. I can't actually change it. And of course the numbers will all bored. I mean, from 0 to 400,675. That's way too much. And then, yeah, hold on. I'm going to very quickly use Google Lens to translate the Chinese that's over in the right, as you know, right here. Because I wanna know if it says something about these functions. So hold on. Oh, Google Lens is telling me this actually means test line breaks, test line breaks, test line. So it's just like placeholder, I guess. Oh, I guess I'm gonna have to quit the game again. You know what? This video has been going on for about 1 hour, and I guess that's enough to show you just what kind of game this is, right? It has a lot of potential. It has some interesting mechanics, though I guess they aren't really innovative. I am guessing Metal Max has the exact same dynamic with, you know, having vehicles and big monsters and smaller monsters, and sometimes you have to fight on foot, sometimes you can fight on your vehicle, you know, everything. And I like this game, but it's not something that you see very often, right, in other JRPGs. So that's interesting. But again, it's janky as hell. Excuse me. It's janky as hell. It's unfinished. It's buggy. So, you know, there's that. But I definitely wanna play through some more later. I may record myself playing some more because, you know, since I started doing it anyway. And of course, that way I may, you know, anyone who's interested in the game can actually watch it without having to deal with the bugs themselves. But anyway, I'm very interested in playing through the rest of this game, even though it's pretty janky. And if you wanna play through it, of course, it's available on Steam. It's a demo, Metal Hunter demo. Officially, it's going to release at the end of the year, December 31st. And it's likely going to be free, since it says here, this work will not be used for commercial purposes, but at the same time, I don't think the developer is actually going to finish it, right? It's just going to release it. So be aware that there will be jank involved. So if you're alright with that, and I know I am, just be aware, you know? Anyway, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Hope it was informative and hopefully even entertaining, if I may be so bold, I guess. And yeah, see you later. Bye.